Okay, so I just wanted to go through and show off where the system is at to date by doing a couple of short videos that just demo it. So the first one I'll do is basically the event organizer flow. So I'm going to go through create a user account, use that user to create an event. I'll go through the dashboard, connect to Stripe, configure the event and create some ticket tiers. And then the second video that I'll do will just be showing off the standard non-registered user flow where we purchase tickets without needing a registered user account, and how we can use a magic link to then access those tickets and assign them and view them. So I have a completely fresh install of our system. This has just been spun up on DigitalOcean, so it has absolutely no data in it at all. So if I go and sign up as an event organizer, so bear with me. I'll use my Sonaticket account, which automatically gives me admin access on the site. But you can sign up with any account to become an event organizer. You just won't be able to manage, administrate user accounts and stuff, but that's fine. So if I just sign in with my new account, after I've verified my email address, I'll get sent back to the main site, and you can see that I now have an account. If I go there quickly, I don't have any orders or anything. So I'll go and create an event. This is easy. You just put in the name of the event and the date the event starts. Click create, and that will go to the back end, create the event and a few other things, and set up my dashboard. Then we'll automatically get redirected to the dashboard and logged in. So you can see I have the admin options that a standard user wouldn't have, but we won't go into any of that now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'll connect to Stripe. So Stripe is our payment gateway. This is a really easy form that shows up if you do not have a Stripe account and you're not logged in. If you are a Stripe business owner already, you can sign in here, and then it will automatically redirect you back to Sonaticket using your account. If you don't have an account with Stripe, then you can create one here. It's just a few fields to tell them about your business and your business account. Because this is in development mode, I can click here to skip this form, and it will pretend that we have a Stripe account that will get linked up with us. So now that we've connected to Stripe, I can go into my event. So here we have the top level of an event is an event series, which is basically a grouping for a brand of events. So if you imagine that you have, say, Ultra Music Festival that has an event in Miami and, events across America and Europe and Australia, they're all underneath the same Ultra brand. But the Ultra brand might have multiple events at different dates and locations. So this top level here is where you configure the event series. So I'll just put in some data here for that. Most of this is optional, but of course the more information you provide, obviously the better it will look on the front end. So I've provided some images for that. If I go down to here now and look at the dates, you can see that I have one date created where I can plan, delete or publish it. Before I go into that, I'll just quickly go over to the dashboard screen where we can see that I have my list of event series here. On the right hand side I have some information that is empty at the minute, but I'll be able to show it after we've purchased some tickets. Basically this is where we can track things like the total number of tickets sold, the total number of orders that have been abandoned, the total number of orders that have been created, and the total number of orders that have been fulfilled. So an order may have multiple tickets, but also someone might create or begin the purchase flow, which would create a draft order on the system and then decide that they don't want to purchase the tickets anymore, so they can move away from the site. But when they start the purchase flow, we set those tickets into reserved state for them, and we actually put them back into the main pool of tickets after a period of time, which I think is 15 minutes at the minute. It's configurable, but you have 15 minutes to complete the order, and after that time we push those tickets back into the main pool of tickets for other people to buy, and we mark the ticket as abandoned, sorry, the order as abandoned, so you can see here how many people have actually started the purchase flow and then decided that they don't want to continue. So it's quite an interesting number for that one there. And then down here we have activity across all of my events. So if I have multiple event series with multiple event instances within them, I can track all of them here, and I can see them as single lines per event, or I can aggregate them all up. So that's the dashboard. If I go back into our event series and look at the dates, I can now go in and plan that. Again, this is mostly optional, but obviously the more you provide, the better. So I'll just populate some of these here. Take this date from here, put it in there. So now we have a start and an end date. I'm going to set the category as a festival. I'm going to say that when we don't have any tickets available yet for purchase, we can show a form for the event that will say the user can enter their email address to be notified when tickets do go on sale. I'm going to set the location as Clapham Common Southside and give it a friendly name as well. So this here will be used for mapping, so we get the exact geolocation from that, but we can also provide a sort of friendly name for the event location. And then each event series can also have its own image assets for use in the hero and just sort of tiles. So I'll populate them as well. Click save there. So you can see here down this side here we have our checklist. At the minute we're saying that connecting to Stripe is a requirement, but of course you might have free tickets for an event, so we're going to have to remove that as a requirement, but it would be a suggested thing that you should do. You can see that we don't have any tickets available and we haven't published the event yet. So if I go back to here and publish this event instance, so you publish the event instance, you don't have to publish every single date and location within that event series. So we'll publish this one here, and I'll go through and view the event. I'm still logged in, but that's fine. So you can see that we have our event page, and you can see the performance. So these again are the event instances. So if you have multiple dates and locations for your event, they'll show up here. I'll select to buy tickets for this one. And there are no tickets available, so it's showing me the form. But we do have our tile image, our map, and the location for the event. And we have the friendly name here with the date that the event starts. So if I put in an email address here, click register, that's now been added to our, bear with me, our list of people to notify when tickets do go on sale. So you can see that's happened there. So if I go through now, we've got no orders, of course, because we've got no tickets available for sale. So if I create a ticket tier, we'll call this standard, and they're £100 each, and we have 1,000 of them available. I can actually schedule a start and end date for this tier, which means that if I want these tickets to become available on a certain date and at a certain time, I can enter that here using this control, and that's when the tickets will become available automatically. But also, if I want there to be a specific window where the tickets are available, so say a certain date at a certain time for say 1 hour, then I can schedule an end date for these tickets as well, and they will appear on the site during that window, and then they'll be unavailable after that time. So I'm going to leave them blank now so that they get published immediately because the event is already published. And I'll say create tier, and you can see that we have now got a ticket tier. And if I go back to the event, if I go back this way, let's give it a refresh, go through here, you can see that we now have tickets available. So I'm going to leave this video now and go ahead and do the second video, which is purchasing tickets as